30 years ago today, Hurricane Andrew devastated South Florida.
The Category 5 storm made landfall on August 24th, 1992 in Homestead. Andrew was one of the most intense storms to make landfall here in the U.S. 44 people were killed, 50,000 homes destroyed. On Tuesday, Florida Department of Emergency Management Director Kevin Guthrie talked about the protocols that are in place now to make sure that we're better prepared for another storm like this.
This is part of why the division continues to stress the importance of disaster preparedness and planning before a storm. Hurricane Andrew also taught emergency managers the need to collaborate and communicate with local, state, and federal partners.
Andrew, one of only 4 Category 5 storms to make landfall since 1900. But my goodness, the damage that it left behind and the lessons learned since then. You were saying earlier, so many people from the Miami area moved up to Tampa.
They did. A lot of people did move into the Tampa Bay area after Andrew 92. And a lot of the building codes that we have in the state now are a result of testing that took place after Andrew to just make our homes safer and more prepared, because ultimately we can't control a huge major hurricane, right? But we can prepare for it, we can plan for it better, and that's what we're trying to do. Forecasting has gotten better too, guys, since 1992, obviously. But the thing that it's so hard to wrap your head around is that in 1992, there were no named storms up until Andrew. Andrew was the first named storm of the year, and obviously the worst named storm as the Category 5 hurricane made landfall. In total, there were only 6 named storms through the entire 1992 season. So Andrew was bad, and obviously this is where we say it only takes one for it to be a bad season. Just a couple days prior to it making landfall, it was just becoming a Category 1 hurricane as it raced due west through the Bahamas and then ultimately made landfall around 5 o'clock in the morning on August 24th, 1992. And then it just raced right across the southern tip of the Florida Peninsula and then continued out into the Gulf of Mexico as a Category 4 hurricane. This is what it looked like a day before landfall. Can you imagine staring at that monster a day before it's going to head right due west and make landfall as a Category 5 hurricane moving through the Bahamas? A couple of things of note here. When it made landfall, wind speeds were at 165 miles per hour. There were 44 deaths attributed to Hurricane Andrew, and then 50,000 homes were destroyed. It was one of 4 of Category 5 hurricanes to make landfall on the United States since 1990. But here's the important point here. 75%. Forecast tracks have improved by 75% since 1992, so that's good to know. So we know where these things are going. And also, the intensity forecasts have improved by 50% since 1992. So we've improved the forecast, we've improved the tracking. Now it's just our part to make the changes necessary to prepare and then ultimately respond to these massive storms, guys.